Welcome to the Degenerate Nation podcast.
Woo! The first thing you heard was me crunching pretzels in my mouth.
Oh, that's outstanding. That fits with our professional atmosphere that we thrive for here. Strive for.
I got this new thing where I just eat constantly on a video call.
That's good. That's good. You're like Brad Pitt in every movie he's been in.
He eats a lot?
Yeah, he's always eating on screen. That's his thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, well, I don't know. Watch more Brad Pitt movies,
Eat your feelings on screen, destroy your family off screen. Whatever.
The old twofer, yeah.
Oh, zing! Take that, famous person who's probably not that bad of a guy.
Wow, so we're starting off strong. Just,
Shitting on Brad Pitt's face.
Yeah, there you go. All over his face.
Oh, yeah, just mash it in.
There you go.
Like a mud pie, like you played with in your childhood in the backyards.
Oh, yeah.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, I talked to you just a couple days ago. Anything new in your life in those past 2 days? How's quarantine going? I see that you're drinking out of a coffee mug with a cat on it. That's pretty cute.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. It's a quote from a film I've never seen called Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either. I think I tried to watch it once, but it's long and boring.
Yeah, fuck, I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm going to tag it.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So I think we need some more gimmicks, like naming all of our episodes something innocuous so you're not quite as ashamed to tell a friend.
Right.
Like, Tiger King.
No, it's the Degenerate Nation. They're actually going through old movies, reviewing them. This one's about Gone with the Wind. So it should be interesting. We're going to talk about Gone with the Wind for about 3 minutes, because that's as far as I can go.
Yeah.
There was a staircase. There was a fire. She wore a red dress, I think.
There's the yellow house, right?
So you're already going too far. I don't know.
It's got that balcony on the top, too? Double balconies?
Yeah.
Double porches?
And it catches fire? Isn't there a fire?
Well, the thing is, when you have two porches, you can get more servants serving you outside. In that servants, I meant, I guess slaves. Then at that point, when was it set? The Civil War? Were they in the South? I think they were in the South.
I know that they were in the South. That much I know. When, I don't know. I don't know what it's about. I think there's a fire. Like I said, there's a fire. I don't know if the wind caused it, and that's why everything's gone with the wind. I'm not sure. Sometimes like you get that dust bowl effect, and I don't know. Fire tornado? Maybe it was a fire tornado.
Do you know when the actual Dust Bowl was?
Yeah, I think.
When?
Around the Great Depression?
Bing, 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 bing. You got it. You win nothing because we're also in the Great Depression.
No, we'll be good. We'll be good.
Who's we? You'll be good.
No, other people will be good.
Yeah, people that work in technology or doctors or essentials.
I don't know. I think we'll have a big bounce back in a couple months. Stock market's still good.
Couple months?
Yeah, a couple months.
Yeah, the market's still good because they keep pumping trillions of dollars into it.
Yeah.
Why don't they give out, say, like, $2 trillion for, like, healthcare or something? Stipends or some shit. I don't know. I'm not smart. Somebody smarter than me should be listening to this, taking my ideas and using it in smart language.
That would be a good idea. Yeah, I think if I really hope that the smart people who are on top of this are not listening to this program.
Fauci's like, oh, what do I do next?
Yeah, smarter, better people than us are worrying about these problems, so all we have to do is talk about dicks and poop on the internet.
Yeah. They're definitely better people.
Yeah, we all have our role, our lot in life. This is ours, okay?
Yeah, this is mine. I've accepted my fate.
Yeah, you just sit and eat pretzel rods and drink cold coffee out of a cat mug and just, talk about your brown wiener on the internet. Radio show you do.
Hey, there are 174,133 listens now, okay?
Oh, man. Big time. Big time.
We
I think
this
episode's going to knock us over to 175K.
Yeah, eventually. We only need 867 listeners to get to 175,000. And bonus peoples, we are giving away an opportunity to guest on the show, not be a guest host, but to be a guest on our program to the 175,000th listener, and we will decide. We have exact figures. We track you people.
Yeah, we're part of that whole NSA Prism network that is just constantly watching your dick pics.
Basically, you know, it's a well-known fact that Snowden fled to Russia because of what we're doing here. We are tracking people. We got our inspiration from the Dark Knight when it did the sonar tracking, and we just came up with our own plan. And you use your technology abilities, and I use my creepy abilities, and we combined, and we were just spying on all our listeners.
There you go. No, but legitimately, we had discussed bringing someone on air with us.
Yeah.
And so correct me if I'm wrong. We're going to call it the unofficial contest, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So official contest rules state literally you just have to tweet, or is it Facebook is the preferred method?
We prefer Facebook, Degenerate Nation podcast on Facebook, but I will if you tweet me a message. If you add me and tweet me a message, I'll add you back. I don't care. I don't care who you are.
Literally be the person who tweets and or says something on Facebook. You'll get a number to call, and you can call into the program. We'll schedule it. We'll work all those details out. In a little chat there. But be the first, literally the first person.
Yeah.
That's it. You just have to be a person. Because right now it's 0 people. So
it's bots.
Maybe it's 1 or 2.
It's Wendy, Angel, and 170,000 bots.
Yeah, from Jakarta.
From Jakartan bots, like all over the place.
Now, have you explained that the site that you post this through, Buzzsprout, gives you metrics about downloads and stuff?
Yeah, and then I also signed up for Chartable too, so I get even more advanced. Like we get an alert whenever we're trending in a country or territory.
Huh. Okay.
So far I've just gotten the Vietnam alert, but I also found out we were big in India. Do you feel like we're channeling Trump right now, talking about our ratings? Because I feel good about it.
I like the transparency. I'm all for transparency in all things, you know?
The ratings of our press conferences, you know? It's good.
There you go.
It's good. It's great. Everything's good. We're trending Jakarta, in Vietnam, in Micronesia, and Myanmar's got one transistor radio tuned in.
It'll always be Burma to me.
Turn me loose. Turn me loose. Good Seinfeld reference there. Yeah. I want to go into the whole world, man. I want world dominance. See, Howard Stern is cool, I guess, but he never seemed to aspire for world dominance from the get-go. I don't care about domestic dominance. I don't care. Fuck them. Americans don't want to listen to this show. They're stupid.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, what does that say about us? If we can't start shitting on the very few legitimate listeners we have by calling us stupid. I mean, losers, yeah. Screw loose, certainly. Obese in their parents' basement, most likely.
Yeah.
Jobless, friendless, dickless, hopeless, probably.
But not stupid.
But don't insult their intelligence.
No. So, okay. Stupid is the opposite of smart. Mongoloid is the opposite of intelligent.
Fair enough. What about troglodyte?
Troglodyte's close.
I called my wife a troglodyte today.
You did?
Yeah.
What was the context?
I'm trying to remember.
Was it you or your like floundering attempts to get sex again?
No. As you can see, I shaved, so you know what that means. Wink.
Yeah, you got sex?
Yeah, no, I called her troglodyte about something, but now I don't remember what.
Oh, well, it's good to just throw those things out there.
Yeah.
It's like, I've already run through all the skank and whores, and so I'm just calling people troglodytes now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on a bitch kick, actually.
Oh yeah, I get on kicks. It's generally never like the normal swear words. You know, it's always something a little bit different.
Yeah, you got to.
Jabroni, chump. I called people chump for a while.
How about piker?
Piker. How about peck from Willow? You peck.
Oh, you peck. Calling people midget slang to insult them from 1988 films.
Dude, Willow's one of the best. It's in my top 10 favorite movies.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. I told you that this kid was named after a character. I won't say what character, but fucking coolest kid, man.
Was it General Kale?
Yeah, General Kale. Her name was Kale. General Kale.
Or Eric. A-I-R-K. Eric. That was his name.
Eric? It was E-R-K?
A-I-R-K. The
okay,
guy.
alright, so this girl is named Eric, okay? She was fucking hilarious. Like, she watched horror movies. She's like 10. She's telling me about some horror story. I was like, holy shit, man. She's like, yeah, it's cool. This is like,
great.
Yeah, she,
So this is becoming an official Degenerate Nation, movie review podcast. We've talked about 2 movies this month.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about Willow after I talk about this girl. We're always going to talk about Willow, for sure. 100%.
Okay.
We will legit talk about Willow, okay? If you want to fast forward for a minute while I talk earnestly about someone that it was really cool in life, you can fast forward to about a minute and 37 seconds forward, and then we'll talk about Willow, like extensive Willow talk. 1988 Ron Howard film Willow, okay? So this girl Eric, like in the dying days of the program, right before the Rona really took off, there was a bunch of hand sanitizer everywhere, and so she like squirted a shitload of hand sanitizer on her hands. I start laughing, and then she just slapped some on my hands, and then she's like, "Go ahead." I was like, "Okay." I'm like rubbing my hands, and then she's like, "Now we can high five." I was like, "That is fucking awesome." And then another cool thing was she like this one kid who was kind of a derp, like a total derp, like, how old are you? He's like 9 or something, and I'm like 37, and she's like, Eric was like, what? I have a friend in his 30s? It was so cool, man. Yeah, cool as shit, man. Third favorite kid in the world, I think.
So that was only about 45 seconds. Can we get into Willow yet?
Yeah, Willow. Let's just fucking dive into Willow.
Alright, that movie still holds up pretty well.
Oh, it does. We gotta watch it soon.
Yeah, the only part is when he throws those acorns at that 3-headed beast thing, and when they're fighting in that old castle. That looks a little like claymation, but otherwise, movie holds up.
I agree.
Movie's dope.
But maybe that's how they wanted it to look forever. They're like, all right, technology's gonna improve, but fuck this. This is a clay monster, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This acorn turns it into a clay monster, and then we kill it.
Yeah, there you go.
So
I think
the
that was
movie
done
had
by
everything.
Industrial Light and Magic, George Lucas's company.
It was, yeah. The story was by George Lucas. The idea.
Yeah.
And okay, I'm gonna say that George Lucas sourced material that he was involved with. I'm gonna say that only Empire Strikes Back was better than Willow, and I'd rather watch Willow.
Those are bold claims. I don't know if the characters have the lasting power of Willow characters, because it seems like, yeah, people know and go, oh yeah, that movie, but I don't think it. I mean, obviously, it doesn't have the multi-billion-dollar following that Star Wars does, but it really should.
It really should. We should be having Willow lunchboxes and shit. There was for like 2 months. Yeah. Remember the Willow sticker book?
Mm-hmm.
Before there was apps. Like, imagine being able to see Willow. First run Willow now. Like, Willow just came out now. Not now because the fucking theaters are closed because we're all dying. But in a different time in the future, in the New Year 2021 future, or 2022, let's say 2022, Willow comes out. We have a vaccine. And what is the first, like, national event after coronavirus with the vaccine? It's fucking Willow comes out. The 1998 Willow, or 1988, Willow comes out. Except it never came out. It comes out now. It'd be amazing, dude. we'd have apps for it, like fucking follow Willow's journey or whatever to find corporate sponsorship or something. I don't know. It'd be great. The acorns, just fucking. There'd be like, I don't know, man, all sorts of great shit. All the wolves would be stuffed animals. Fucking.
Yeah, there'd be an app where in his little village where there's that sorcerer who's like, pick the finger where all the power in the universe lies. And you're supposed to pick your own finger, but you just have to pick a finger.
Yeah.
Like, no, not that finger.
That is not the finger. That is the wrong finger. You have chosen the wrong finger for the experiment. You lose the app game. You have to buy next level.
You peck.
Buy. Go to the app store to purchase the next level. You peck. But all right, we're gonna spin off Willow for the rest of the show, I think.
Well, they talked about making a sequel series about a grown-up Elora Dammit on Amazon. I don't know what's happened with that.
They need to make that.
Dude, they need to make that stat.
Oh, I farted. Continue. You blowing smoke rings?
Yeah, Saoirse was so hot in that movie.
They
Joe
married
Bailey.
Mad Mardigan and Saoirse.
Yeah, she could get it.
For a while. Then Val Kilmer dated Cher in the 80s. She was like 15 years older than him.
Val Kilmer just slaying it.
Slaying it. He's slaying him all at weird times, except for Joanne Whaley. Like, he was slaying, he likes older or same age.
Alright.
Yeah. Like, a lot older or same age.
He enjoys the classics.
Enjoys the classics.
He's the greatest swordsman who's ever lived.
Yeah, you all great.
I don't love her. She kicked me in the face.
You know what this is great for? People who liked Willow and only people who liked Willow.
Well, for the 30 people who are listening to this podcast, do yourself a favor. Go watch Willow.
Please watch
if you've
fucking
seen it
Willow.
before, go rewatch it. It's still a great movie.
Dun,
So much better than Gone with the Wind.
dun. So much better than what?
Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, fuck Gone with the Wind, man.
Fuck
Willow,
Gone with the Wind.
so much better than Gone with the Wind. Less slavery in it, too. Or more dancing around the fact that there was slavery, I think is what Gone with the Wind was about.
I don't know. Haven't seen it.
There was one joke, though, in Willow that probably might not fly, was when Mad Mardigan was dressed as a woman.
I don't know.
It was
I
funny.
think it's still good.
And he's like, not a woman! Not a woman! And then the ogre-looking dude gets upset that he was hitting on this not a woman, and he's freaking out.
Yeah. That might be not quite woke in 2020.
Fuck, but Willow was in 2020. It was in 2022. I tried to watch, and I did watch Willow, and it was on a date, and I didn't expect to be watching the whole movie, but I'm pretty sure I watched the whole movie. And it was this girl that I had met at college orientation that really liked me, like, off the bat, and I was really uncomfortable, like, when school started, like, after a couple of times hanging out with her. I could have been, like, married to a doctor right now. Divorced, probably. But,
Well, yeah.
you know, get the first one out of the way. But we, like, junior year, we hung out once, and we watched Willow. I was like, oh, we could watch Willow. My clammy hand trying to hold her something. It was great.
Oh, man.
So,
Great NES game, too.
Oh,
that Willow
yeah.
game for Nintendo.
That's a hard game.
Yeah, it's real good.
So you probably never had this problem of, like, because you didn't really date a lot, you just were successful. Yeah, like, watching movies that are really not date movies, and then just, like, it ending just silently or awkwardly, because you just watched this movie that really put your relative feelings in place. Okay, so I watched, like, Almost Famous that wasn't really a date movie. That was, like, a pretty intense movie. But that is dwarfed by these other two. Up in the Air. I think
you're just not doing it right. The movie doesn't matter.
No, this matters.
It gets you to the couch.
Up in the Air Have you ever seen that?
George Clooney?
Yeah. You saw
About
it?
9/11?
No, it wasn't about 9/11.
Oh. Is that the where he fires people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch that one. One of them, like, fucking offs themselves. Not George Clooney, obviously. He wouldn't sign off where George Clooney offs himself. But I was like, oh, this is a little heavy. You know? And it's like...
Yeah.
I was like... It wasn't the first time hanging out. We had hung out once before and, like, made out in the pool. I was like, that was pretty cool. And now we're going to watch a movie. But we watched the movie. And it was, like, kind of a grim movie. It was really good, though. But it was like, all right, well... See you later.
Yeah, man. You're only supposed to go through a couple scenes, and then you start making out.
Yeah, I know. Oops.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is a gripping film. And then, like, several months back, this one woman was like, "Yay, I've been meaning to watch this movie, Parasite." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." I was like, "Yeah, that's cool. Do you want to watch it with me?" I was like, "All right. Yeah, okay, let's do that." This is the first time, like, actually really hanging out. And I watched that movie, and it was so fucking good. That movie was amazing, but it was, like, a lot to take in. And I was like, all right, well, see you later. But I got a great movie out of it, you know? Like, the Up in the Air one was a little bit more disappointing because, like, yeah, I was trying to fit into Pop Off, you know? But I was damn, that movie's intense, man. But, yeah, Parasite, I knew going in, like, I heard this movie's, like, crazy. And I'm just going to watch it. And I'm not going to talk to her again. Because she's not going to talk to me again either. It's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
It's like we didn't have to go see, like, an intense movie alone, I guess. And it was fine. And, you know, on the offshoot, like, something goes, hey, you end up banging behind the dumpster or something. Like, pretty cool. But you didn't have to go through that, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, too bad I'm not dating. Jeez,
yeah.
That sounds like a great time.
Well, no one's dating right now. We're all doing, like, videos and shit.
Yeah.
So, Degenerate Nation is getting a Twitch account. What should be on it?
I don't know. I think you should just do Mystery Science Theater where you watch a movie and just comment on it.
That's already been done. I'm going to do Poetry in a Mask.
Yeah.
What should Patrice and Wendy do, though? And Charles Hades and you?
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
We're brainstorming. Add to it. I'm doing after this. Patrice and I are brainstorming on Twitch, or for our Twitch enterprise.
So, are you like actively working on just expanding your brand?
Yeah.
You should get a consultant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Can you help us find one, and then we can bring him on the show, or her? I mean, it's probably gonna be him.
Yeah. No, I know this. He's kind of a weird guy, but I know that he did stuff in Europe for a while.
Oh, we were in Europe, sort of, but we're more in, like, Asia, but we want to get into Europe.
No, he's this German dude. He's a weird guy, but...
He's German?
He did some business, like, management consulting for this company I worked for, and, yeah, he's a nut bar, but, like, everyone swears by him, so I recommend him.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah, man. Bring him on, man. Give him my info. It's degeneratenation@gmail.com. Okay, and then @Degenerate Show on Twitter if you're still using Twitter, and then Degenerate Nation podcast Facebook page. It's pretty sweet.
All right, I'll tell him. I'll let him know.
Yeah, man, it's pretty awesome. Like, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I want to consult because I really want to dominate the markets, all of them, the markets, even the wet markets.
Dry markets, wet markets.
We want all markets, dry or wet.
Moist markets.
Do they sell wet diapers at wet markets?
I'm not entirely sure.
Can you find?
Probably.
Can your consultant find out? That's gonna be the first question I ask.
Okay.
Do they sell wet? Right? Are you writing this down?
I am. I mean, I don't know what this guy costs. I don't know if he's.
Oh, we got money. I got a donor.
Oh, good.
Yeah. He's tied up in my closet, but he doesn't know he's donating money yet, but he's going to.
Yeah.
So far, we just got sperm and plasma and blood and stool. And it's all in the same Rubbermaid bucket.
Oh, yeah, you want it mixed up.
Yeah, we just gotta stir it. I brought in a stirrer from 7-Eleven, like, out front. He wasn't doing anything. I was like, you want us to come stir this bucket for me? He was taking a break from digging mass graves, and he's like, stir in the bucket, stir in the bucket.
Oh man,
stir in the bucket.
that's dark. That's dark.
Oh, you didn't hear our other, our first one about coronavirus. We posited that there was going to be mass graves dug by like day laborers. Yeah, and then like a few days later, I read this article about that is like set in New York, and I read the headline. I didn't read the whole article, but that they were digging mass graves. It didn't say that they were by day laborers, but you know that's where it's headed.
In New York, it's probably a union job.
No, they were they were ex-cons actually, or no, current cons. They were prisoners. They were going to let prisoners out to dig mass graves.
Shapers.
Yeah, working on the chain gang. Yeah. That's the sound of the man working on the chain gang. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Alright, I think this is the darkest we've been. This is the darkest I've witnessed.
You're as dark as you've witnessed.
Yeah, sure. The one I've been a part of.
Patrice talked about guys at the crucifixion betting on how long he lasts up there. He's like, hey, what's the over-under? I said this guy Ronald was an addict, and the gambling addict. He's like, no, man, I shouldn't do it. All right, give me 20,001. He won't resurrect in 3 days. He's like, yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, give me that. And his sponsor's there, and he's just like shaking his head. No, that's dark.
That's sacrilegious. Yeah.
Yeah, on Good Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough.
We got an Easter episode coming up tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Wendy and Charles Hades. That should be super.
That'll be a scorcher.
That'll be a scorcher. Great sound quality expected.
Yeah, you got to work on that.
I feel like you want to be the only co-host that has good sound quality or like acceptable sound quality.
No, I want to step up your game a little bit. You're producing a lot of content, which is great. It's all weird stuff. I just want it to sound better. You know, I know we got to deal with what we got to deal with now with being remote, but that doesn't mean we have to, sound terrible. I mean, I was trying to listen, and it's just hard to hear some of the people. We for some people listening and hopefully admiring how much better I sound than Wendy and Charles Hades and Patrice. We did mess with the audio quite a bit before starting, so hopefully it sounds okay.
Yeah, the mic's sticking out for me. Like so I'll paint a pretty picture for the audience. Okay, so I'm facing diagonally. I got Mr. Luther Danger propped inside an Eastbound and Down TV show koozie, and I can barely see his face. I'm only getting his eye. He's got a really nice nose now that I can see it. And then the mic is tilted, okay, and the cord is like coming out of me, like it's coming out of my butthole, and the mic is like as if it's like a chest dick and like pointed straight at my co-host. Yeah.
From my view over FaceTime, it looks like one of those aliens from Aliens popping out of his chest, but it's the microphone, and I'm talking right. All I see is the microphone.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice microphone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I got some tips for some of the listeners out there. Okay, so say you want to start your own podcast. Okay, if you want to start your own podcast, first off, don't. Thou shalt not have other podcasts before me. I don't want you to listen to fucking Serial or My Favorite Murder or one of the murder ones. And sure as hell, do not listen to The Office Girls, okay? It's a show about The Office for two characters from The Office. But they're not playing their characters, they're just themselves.
Yeah, rewatching The Office and talking about it.
They rewatch The Office and talk about it like Mystery Science?
Yeah, kind of.
Move on! The Office is over. Just watch the show. Why do you need to watch these boring people?
I don't understand why you hate The Office so much.
To them.
I'm going to go on record. I'm going to defend The Office.
What?
Right? I won't defend Imagination Dragons or whatever.
Imagination Dragons.
Whatever. A I will go on record defending The Office.
For what?
It's a good show. It's not the best show ever made.
I never said it wasn't well made for what it is.
I don't even think I'd put it in the top 10.
No,
but
definitely
it's a good
not.
show.
It wasn't original.
It's better than the original. You want to talk about the British Office? That show sucks.
That doesn't suck.
Oh, shut your mouth.
It was darker.
You haven't watched either one.
I've watched them, okay? I haven't watched them all the way through because I don't want to watch things in an office. Okay, alright, so Joseph Sinclair writes that fucking book, The Jungle, right? Was it Joseph Sinclair? Something.
No.
What Sinclair?
Sinclair
Lewis. Sinclair Lewis. Okay. Joseph Sinclair, sorry, man. You did shit with your life. So Sinclair Lewis
I don't
writes...
think it was Sinclair Lewis.
Whatever, it's Sinclair Lewis.
Bing it. Someone
bing it. I'm getting my references. I'm making these like intelligent references and I fuck it up.
I know who it is.
Upton Sinclair.
Edgar Sinclair.
Was it Upton?
Upton. Sinclair
Yeah.
Upton.
Sinclair Upton? No, it was Upton Sinclair.
Sure.
Oh, great. We're arguing over fucking The Jungle, a book written in the 1910s. Or whatever.
Well, make your point with it.
Okay, so he sits there at a fucking meatpacking plant, or he writes about it. Do you think he wants to go home and watch a show set in a fucking meatpacking plant?
I don't know. They don't have... Would it be a talkie?
A talkie, a radio program, or a vaudeville act set in a fucking meatpacking plant. Oh, the meat! I dropped the meat on the ground. Hey, fuck it, Charlie. Just throw it back in the bush. And he's like, oh, God, I just need to escape this. Why is everything set in an office setting or like a workplace comedy is so funny?
Because it's relatable. People work in offices.
Yeah, boring people.
Sure, fine.
So
again, besides the setting of the show, and that it's quote unquote not original, what's your other complaint about The Office?
Jim and Pam were arguably the leading characters, right? Michael Scott was like the leading foil, and then there was Dwight, right? And then everyone else was just kind of there, and they expanded their roles as it went on. But Pam was nothing special, and Jim was an asshole.
Okay.
How's that carrying a show for 9, 10, 11 seasons? Whatever, 9 seasons? 9 seasons of that?
9 seasons.
God, when was someone going to shoot up that office?
Okay.
What was that
I
noise?
disagree.
You
It's a
disagree?
good show.
Great show. They never had like a special episode or whatever,
About someone shooting the office?
or like shooter training or something.
No, not really.
Why not?
Well, actually, Dwight shot the office once.
He did,
Yeah, he shot a gun off in the office.
and it wasn't a dark episode, right? It was like, oh, Dwight, you're so goofy.
No, not really. I mean, it doesn't have a laugh track.
Might as well have a laugh track, because these people that watch it need to know when they're supposed to laugh at something. Okay, all right, I'll admit.
I mean, look, I'm saying it's better than the Chuck Lorre show. That's all I'm saying.
Which ones?
Any of them. All of them. All of them. Name one that's better.
Big Bang Theory?
No.
You used
So
to
terrible.
watch it religiously.
I watched the first few seasons, then I went, you know what, this show's kind of terrible.
Okay, all right,
What
well,
are
you
we
did watch
laughing
it.
about? It's not funny. If you turn the laugh track off, it's all disturbing.
It is?
Yes.
How do you turn the
watched
laugh
audio
track?
clips
Do you
with-
have a special rich person TV that you can turn the laugh track off on?
No, I've watched videos of them turn the laugh track off, and it's just disturbing, which you can say about any sitcom, but yeah. Office is better than any Chuck Lorre show, period. I'm not saying it's the best show, but it's better.
Are you saying it's better than Dharma and Greg? Are you serious?
Did he do that one?
Yeah.
Did he do Dharma and Greg?
He did Grace Under Fire. He did Mike and Molly and
Yeah, all of those. All of those.
yeah,
is
Mike and
better
Molly's
than all of
okay.
those.
He did 2.5 Men.
Yeah, definitely better than that one.
That was just repeat. You know, Alan was so unlikable by the end of it. It was just like, you know, in doses it's good, but it depends on the different type of writers. Like, you might have a better blend of writers. on one season than another and shit. And I don't know. All these shows need to end horribly with deaths.
Fair enough.
Like,
okay.
I've killed off a character in the last... I've working on 3, finishing up or far enough along on 3 projects right now. Someone dies in all of them, like a prominent character. One's a straight just a comedy. It's like fucking real life, man. I want to see some real shit. I don't want to see some Office or Chuck Lorre anything. Like, they're great for what they are. But I personally don't want to see it. Because I can't get into it. Like, what's the one show that was...
That's a different argument than you were making previously. You just said, I personally don't want to see it. That doesn't mean it's not a good show.
I said it was fine and it was quality for what it was. I never said it... I've probably said it sucks, but it only sucks because I just don't like that people still talk about it so much. Don't date, man. Hang on to May Rage Call, even if you can never get sex again. Don't date. Don't go out there. If you're out there and you're in the dating pool, fucking drown yourself or get out of the pool, man. Don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, just pick someone and just settle already, you know?
It's fine. Yeah, exactly. Everybody's fine. Someone needs to wipe your stool when you get old, okay? And you don't know if you're going to be able to afford health insurance.
Yeah, we're all just looking to not die alone, you know?
Yeah, and this time it should be tell you really why I can't even speak right now. Why you should really not want to die alone, because people are legitimately, for the first time, dying alone.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sparking up a doobie?
That's right.
Ooh. Get that sticky yicky yicky. Ooh-wee. I'm gonna go watch him smoke some pot. And jerk off.